Okay, everyone, we're about to get started. We will begin shortly. My name is Brian Kinney, and I want to take a moment to welcome you all to this webinar. Before we begin, I would like to share a little bit about who I am. Basically, I have two passions in life. One is teaching God's Word, and the other is in the area of entrepreneurship. You see, I am an entrepreneur, and I have been since the 7th grade. The last time I worked for anyone other than myself was in 1979. And since that time, I've owned a Realty World real estate franchise. I've owned a Tax Smart America income tax franchise, as well as several other businesses, both online and offline. Currently, I'm the founder of Deuteronomy 8:18 Ministries, which is a Christian-owned internet marketing firm. And we specialize in social media marketing for small and medium businesses, as well as social network evangelistic systems for churches. Now, as an entrepreneur, I spend a lot of time looking for those rare and exceptional income opportunities. And be honest with you, I have found quite a few. Let me name a couple of them. One is Motor Club of America, GVO, Pure Leverage, Veritech, Profit Clicking. These are all great opportunities. You can make a ton of money with them. However, I have to tell you, each one of these has a major flaw, and that is you have to add additional money to your budget in order to take advantage of these income-producing opportunities. Now, this major flaw could very well be one major key to your prosperity, but let's move on. You know, there are key moments in history where it seems as if the very forces of nature have aligned themselves in such a way that one company stands out far and above all the others. And if you are fortunate enough to get involved with such a company in the beginning, well, folks, you would literally have hit the jackpot. And I believe that by being on this webinar tonight, you have literally hit the jackpot. So I have to tell you, I'm talking about a train that is moving. A train that is coming. No, let me change that, folks. This train is not coming. This train is here. It's unstoppable. You might as well get on board, because I have to tell you, whether you join us or not, it's going to keep on going. So you might as well become a part. Now, this train really is a revolution. And so I want to tell you just what this revolution is about. It's about a company by the name of Solavei, a company that is powered by relationships. You see, Solavei is a social commerce system capitalizing on 4 major converging trends, and each of these trends have literally produced billion-dollar industries. And so I want to take these trends one by one and go through them. I want to go through the economy, social media marketing, mobile devices, and direct selling. Let's start with the economy. You know, our president, our news media have constantly told us that we are living in the worst economic conditions since the Great Depression. And I have to tell you, people are focused on saving money. They're not trying to spend money. In fact, maybe you've heard of a company by the name of Groupon. Groupon built a billion-dollar industry strictly on saving money. But they had a problem, and that is the high acquisition costs of small and medium businesses made it difficult to really pass savings on to individuals. The next trend is in the area of social media. Now, you'd almost have to be under a rock not to recognize the rising dominance of social media. There are 900 million people on Facebook, folks. There are 300 million people that have YouTube accounts. There are 150 people who are on Twitter. And this doesn't even include Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, MySpace, and more. We are living in an age where there has been a true paradigm shift in the way that people meet and greet. People now go through these various social media platforms, and this is where they connect. And this industry has been growing like crazy. I mean, you look at Facebook and Twitter. These companies have literally built multi-billion-dollar industries just on social media platforms. And it has been projected that social media is the next growth industry, and that social media will one day become, in fact, within the next 2 to 3 years, a $33 billion industry. But there is a problem with these systems in its current format, and that is monetization. And so you're seeing Facebook and others doing some creative things trying to monetize their systems. The other trend is in the area of mobile devices. Now, folks, I have to tell you, mobile devices has become a true social phenomenon. You know, I found this picture on Facebook, and here you have Bill Cosby, and the caption says, "You have an iPhone 5 and your kids have no food?" Well, I don't mean to offend anyone. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but this picture sort of encapsulates this entire phenomenon. I have spoken to people that have literally told me they would rather not eat than not pay their cell phone bill. Folks, this is a true social phenomenon. And you know, we are looking here in the U.S. with over 331 million mobile connections. The average phone bill is $100 to $71 per month. Anyone who is able to tap into this industry can make huge sums of money. Take, for instance, AT&T, Verizon, Singular. They have built multi-billion-dollar industries just in this area of communications. People needing to talk, text, and surf the net. However, they do have a problem as well, and that problem is huge infrastructure costs that they have to pass on to the consumer. And finally, the direct selling industry. Folks, this is perhaps the most powerful distribution system ever devised by man. And this method of taking goods to market is growing at such a rate that in and of itself is remarkable. I mean, there seems to be nothing that is stopping this growth. In fact, bad economic times just seems to accelerate its growth. You are looking at companies like Avon, Zango, Prepaid Legal, and other. Okay, these companies have literally created multi-billion-dollar industries based on people's desires to earn money. And they've done it through direct selling or word of mouth. But they have a problem. And that is the problem of reality. You see, even though these companies are growing at rapid rates, when people are looking at budgeting, especially in these terrible economic times, when they have to make a decision between paying that cell phone bill, that cable bill, that gas bill, that electric bill, their food bill, and here they have this brand new bill, even though this brand new bill gives them the promise of economic independence, folks, when people are kind of weighing the odds and their budget is tight, well, those utility bills, that cell phone bill wins out all the time. Therefore, even though these companies are growing at a rapid rate, they have a problem with retention. They have poor retention rates. Now, I want you to think and imagine, what if you were able to tap in to any one of these particular trends? Folks, you could literally change your financial landscape if you had the ability to tap into just one. But I'm here to tell you that there's a company by the name of Solavei that has tapped into every single one of these trends. They have done so without any of the problems and have given you the opportunity to take advantage of each and every one of these trends. Plus, I want you to think about this. The wireless industry is a $169 billion industry. $144 billion was spent in advertising in 2011 alone. AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, T-Mobile spent $12 billion in 2011. So what does this mean for you? What does this mean for me? Well, folks, it means that we have literally found the goose that lays the golden egg. Solavei has done something totally and completely unique. Instead of getting people to have to create a brand new expense in order to take advantage of their program, they say, look, you are already spending $71 to $100 per month. Let us help you reduce that cost on your cell phone bill. Now, by helping people lower their cost, we are able to make a ton of money. You couldn't ask for a better win-win situation. Now, Solavei officially launched in September of 2012. They have already reached over 169 social members. They have paid out way over $5.5 million in commissions. And this is due to the leadership of their founder, Ryan Wirch. You know, Ryan and his team of Fortune 100 telecom executives and advisors, they are historical icons in the mobile telecom industry. Now, he, along with this unprecedented team of executives, make up the leadership in the board of Solavei. Now, my grandmother used to always tell me the proof is in the pudding. So we can talk about them, but look at what they've done in the short time that they have been on the scene. Because, folks, what they have done is truly remarkable. They have literally created a social commerce revolution. They have taken their first initial offering of mobile service. They have combined it with social media marketing, and they have literally redefined commerce. Now, remember when I showed you the amount of money that the wireless industry is spending in advertisement? Well, Solavei could be like AT&T, Verizon, and all these other companies, T-Mobile. They could blast ads all over the TV and radio. But you know what? Instead of spending those billions and billions of dollars on advertisement, they're taking that money and putting it into our hands. And because they're doing that, they have literally revolutionized social commerce. They have done something, folks, that is totally remarkable. Now, I'm going to take a moment and go through the initial product offering. What Solavei is offering right now is unlimited text, unlimited voice, unlimited data and web on a blazing fast 4G network. And they're offering it to us for $49 per month with no contract and no credit check. And when you compare this with the competition, there really is none. I mean, Verizon for similar services is about $80 a month, AT&T $89, Sprint $99, Boost $50, and I know they have those commercials right now going on where we're seeing Virgin Mobile talking about unlimited everything for $35 per month. But folks, Virgin Mobile does not give you the ability to get your cell phone for free, and they absolutely do not give you the ability to earn substantial income. I mean, income that can pay a mortgage bill, a car bill, that can get your children through college, that can make a big difference in your life. They don't give you that opportunity. Only Solavei does, folks. I mean, this is truly a remarkable company, and there is no comparison. There is no competition. Now, their initial product follows Solavei's philosophy, and that is reduce the cost of money you are already spending. We don't want you to create a new budget. We want you to take the money you're spending, switch it to Solavei, and pay less. Then we want to help you to eliminate that cost. And finally, we want to turn your cell phone into your personal bank, your personal ATM machine, and literally have your phone service pay you instead of you paying your phone service. Now, a key element of the Solavei plan is our Purple Solavei debit card. You know, this is where they pay all of our commissions. In fact, me and my wife, we had our Valentine's dinner this year with the money that we earned from Solavei. We just whipped out the purple card, paid for our Valentine's Day dinner. But this is also going to be a key part in future expansions. In fact, what Solavei is getting ready to launch in June is our retail division, where they're going to be taking advantage of the collective buying power of everyone who's a part of Solavei. Now, we belong to an organization by the name of Costco. Maybe you've heard of Costco. Now, Costco takes advantage of the collective buying power of their members, and they use it to help us to reduce reduce the cost of goods and services that we purchase on a regular basis. But Costco makes us pay an annual membership. Well, I tell you, with the power of Solavei behind us, we are now going to be able to get incredible discounts on even more goods and services, and we don't have to renew. All we got to do is just pay our cell phone bill. And Solavei is on the track of having over 1 million new distributors, new social members by the end of this year. Can you imagine the collective buying power of 1 million people? Folks, I can tell you now, this is the right time to become a part of Solavei. Like I said, in June, we're going to be launching the retail division. And folks, I expect to see an explosion in growth in Solavei. Because Solavei is not simply about cell phone service. That's our initial offering. Solavei is about also helping us to reduce costs in other areas where we are spending money already. I'm talking cable, gas and electric bills, goods and services, financial services, insurance, you name it. Over time, Solavei will be entering into each of these arenas, helping us to reduce those costs and put more money in our pocket. I mean, you can't think of nothing more powerful than taking the money we are already spending and helping us to save in those areas, and then allowing us to make money helping other people. I mean, you can't ask for a better win-win situation. In fact, like I said, in June, Solavei will be expanding into the retail division. This is just a sampling of some of the companies that have already come aboard. We're talking Walmart, Sam's Club, Home Depot, Sports Authority, Petco, Sears, Best Buy, Olive Garden, and the list is growing. By June, you're going to be amazed at the number of businesses that are willing to sacrifice their advertising dollars and pour back to us, because it just makes sense. Solavei is on the move, folks. And I could go on and on talking about the benefits of being a part of Solavei, but you know what? I think that most of us want to know how to get paid. So I'm going to take a little bit of time from here on to talk about how we get paid at Solavei. Now, you have to first become what we call a qualified member. That simply means 15 days after your mobile service, after switching your mobile service to Solavei, you automatically become a qualified member. And for as long as you maintain your phone service, you will be a qualified member. Next, you got to understand what we call a trio, because everything starts with one trio. So what is a trio? Well, a trio is made up of 3 qualified members in your network who are at the same level. So we have 3 levels, and all you do is take the number of people that are on, say, your first level, divide by 3, you have the number of trios in your first level. You take the number of people that are on your second level, divide that by 3, and you'll have the number of people on your second level, so forth and so on. So that's what a trio is. Now, we call your first level your personal connection 1. And your PC1, or personal connection 1, is someone that you directly enroll, and they are your front line. Your second level is what we call your personal connection 2, or PC2. A PC2 is someone on your front line, those are your PC1s, who enrolls individuals, and they are your second line. Very simple. So when you bring in someone, they're your front line. When they bring in someone, they are your second line, or your PC1 and your PC2s. Next, we have your community trios, or as Solavei calls, your network trios. And your network trios are made up of your PC1, your PC2, and everyone else that is in your organization irregardless of depth. And if you understand anything about compensation plans, that's remarkable in of itself. So now that you got an understanding of these terms, there are 3 ways in which Solavei pays you. So let's go through these 3 methods. First is what we call trio pay. There's 2 types of trio pay. First is your PC1 trio pay, and for as long as you are a mobile member, a qualified mobile member, you will earn $20 per month on each trio in your PC1. So all you do is take everybody that you originally bring in, that you directly sponsor, divide by 3, multiply times 20. Nothing could be simpler, nothing could be easier. The second type of trio pay is what we call your PC2 trio pay, which is similar to your PC1, similar to your PC1. However, once you have your first PC1 trio, you will earn $10 per month on each trio on your PC2 level. So you simply take everyone that's on your second level or your PC2 level, divide by 3, multiply by 10, and you have your trio pay, your PC2 trio pay. Okay, now we're going to look at your monthly pass pay. As you advance through the ranks, you earn additional monthly bonuses of $250 per month, $1,000 per month, $2,500 per month, $5,000 per month, $10,000 per month, or $20,000 per month. And we're going to go through this before we finish so you can get a greater understanding of what we mean by path pay. But the third and final type of pay is what we call equity sharing. You have the opportunity to share in Solavei's success by being a shareholder. Once you've reached Social Connector, you'll have the right to obtain equity in Solavei with a 4-year vesting. Now, the best way for me to illustrate this is to ask this question. Have you ever heard of a company by the name of Microsoft? Well, Microsoft did something really unique. Microsoft allowed all of their employees, and that included secretaries, that included janitors, they gave them equity sharing in their company so that when Microsoft went public, literally, janitors and secretaries became multimillionaires. So, folks, even though we're not going to talk about this income, you need to understand you can become very, very well off on the other types of income with Solavei, but this income here could potentially make you a gazillionaire. But let's move on. I want to talk about the ranks. This is what your path pay is based upon. So the first 2 levels or ranks are social partner and social thousandaire. Once you become a social partner, Solavei begins to pay you every month $250. To qualify, you need to have 4 trios on your front line, which is 12 people. In addition, you need at least 6 more trios on your PC2 level. That will give you a total of 10 PC1 and PC2 trios. Once you've done that, you're starting to earn $250 per month in addition to your PC1 and your PC2 commissions. The next level is a social thousandaire. Solavei has a goal of producing more people earning $1,000 per month than any other company of its type in history, and they are well on their way of accomplishing that task. To become what they call a thousandaire, you just have to have 5 trios on your first level. That's 15 people, 15 divided by 3. And between your PC1 and your PC2, 18 trios, which means 13 trios on your second level. Once you've done that, Solavei begins to write you a monthly check. Actually, they put $1,000 a month on your purple card. Month in and month out, you will have earned this residual income for the rest of your life, for as long as you maintain your status. Now, there are 4 more ranks: social connector, social networker, social director, and social executive. These are the ranks where you start getting the equity sharing options. social connector. Once you've achieved that rank, Solavei begins to write you a monthly check for $2,500 every month, residual income. You now have the option of getting 2,500 shares of Solavei, and you achieve this rank once you have 6 trios on your first level, a total of 25 between your PC1 and your PC2 level, a total of 500 trios in your entire network. Now, when you look at the entire network, these numbers look big, 500, 1,500, 3,000, 6,000, but we're going to show you a mathematical model that will illustrate just how fast and how easy it is to achieve these numbers. So you have the other 3 ranks there. Right here in the chart, you can see what they are. Social networker, you're getting $5,000 per month residual income with an equity sharing option of $5,000. Social director, you'll start receiving $10,000 per month residual income with the equity option of 10,000 equity shares, and then social executive, $20,000 per month with the option of equity sharing of 20,000 shares. Now, remember, you're still at every level receiving your PC1 and your PC2 income. Those 2 incomes are not based upon rank. And one more note, Solavei allows you to repeat that process 6 times. So your true income potential is actually limitless. Now, I want to thank you for allowing me to share this information with you, because now I want to talk a little bit about the Deuteronomy 8:18 Power Team. By you coming aboard with us, you're working with a team of individuals who are dedicated to helping you succeed. Folks, we are literally handing you the keys to the vault. And what we're going to do tonight, we're going to show you a mathematical model that is going to illustrate the potential that you have to literally earn $20,000 per month within the next 10 to 12 months. Now, whether you do this or not is irrelevant. It's really going to be up to you. But we want to show you the power of what Solavei is giving to you. And the way we've chosen to do this is with a mathematical model that we call the power of 1 that will illustrate what is possible. So folks, we're going to go through what we call the power of 1. But before I do so, I have to read this disclosure. This is an illustration. This illustration is for the purpose of showing the power of leverage, duplication, and logarithmic growth only. This is not an income claim, but a mathematical model showing how leverage, duplication, and logarithmic growth can potentially affect the growth of your organization. The amount of income that you earn could be more, could be less. It really is going to depend on you. It is the power of leverage, duplication, and logarithmic growth that we want you to focus on as you follow this illustration. So, the three major components are leverage, duplication, and logarithmic growth. You know, Archimedes said, give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the entire earth. While I say, if you give me the proper leverage, I can move a ton of money into my pocketbook, and so can you. Folks, leverage is the key to true financial independence. If you have to work 10 to 15 hours per day to earn money, you are a slave, and frankly, you are not free. On the other hand, if you're creating more income than all your debts and your sleep, you are financially free. Now, there's all types of leverage, but what we're going to talk about, what we're going to focus on tonight is what we call compounding OPE. And OPE stands for other people's efforts. Because what you want to be able to do is earn off the efforts of other people, not just yourself. You want to earn off my efforts. I want to earn off your efforts. And we want to earn off the efforts of everyone that we can bring into our community or our network. The next concept I want you to understand is the concept of duplication. Because, you know, we can teach you how to create a income stream, a machine that will produce you income continuously. But imagine if you were able to create a machine or a system that other people could duplicate. And as people begin to duplicate that process, begin to duplicate your efforts, and begin to duplicate your system, you were earning money off of every single person that was duplicating and repeating the process. Well, folks, when you understand this, you begin to realize that this is really the easiest and most efficient way to earn income. Now, duplication, folks, is a system that can be easily duplicated by others. The Deuteronomy 8:18 success plan is a simple system that is easily duplicated by anyone with a desire for success. And it consists of, number one, join Solavei as a Deuteronomy 8:18 Power Team member. Number two, use one of our lead generating tactics to get a minimum of 1 trio per month. And finally, number three, get them to watch this training, webinar, and other training material. It's that simple, folks. That is the system. Now we're going to really bring this together as we begin to discuss logarithmic growth, because that is really what you want, logarithmic growth. So logarithmic growth is best illustrated by what we call the power of one, which begins with the planting of a simple seed. And by you being on this webinar tonight, you are planting your first seed, and you want to continue to plant your seed by bringing people to these webinars, by getting people to watch the various CDs and websites and videos that are going to be coming out that will help explain this system. Because folks, once you understand the power created by leverage, duplication, exponential growth, you will appreciate the beauty of the Deuteronomy 8:18 success plan. So folks, plant those seeds, keep bringing people to these webinars, keep coming, and watch your money grow. Now, don't be fooled by the simplicity of the system. Just because this is easy to implement and will not cost you an arm and a leg does not in any way take away from the incredible income potential of what the power of one will do for you. So let's plant a money tree. Before we really get into the nuts and bolts, though, this is a Power One critical. Each one must teach one. Each one must teach one to allow the webinars, the videos, the CDs, the websites, etc. to explain the business. Now, I know that there's probably someone out there who is saying to themselves, I can sell ice cubes to an Eskimo. And you may very well be able to do that, but you have to understand this system is designed for everybody, not just for that super salesperson. Because I can tell you now, not everybody even wants to be bothered with selling. No, we want to allow the webinars like the one you're on today. We want to allow videos that will be being produced. We want to allow the websites, the CDs, the things that are going to be coming out to do the heavy lifting for you. I mean, your job is to teach people, okay, how to get other people to simply watch and listen. That's it. So your goal is to get people to watch and listen. Your goal is to teach the people that you bring in to get people to watch and listen. Don't go out trying to sell this thing, folks. It's much too, don't complicate the situation. Don't complicate the system, okay? Let's not try to reinvent the wheel. Because it's all about simple, easily duplicatable systems. Now, before going through the power of one, I'm going to go through this glossary real quick. Don't try to memorize this. I just want you to be familiar with terms that I'm going to be using. So if I say FL, it means your front line. These are your PC1 people that you personally sponsor. If I have an SL, that's your second line. These are your PC2 people sponsored by your PC1s. If you see a U, it represents you. So if you see a UT, okay, where T equals trios, UT equals trios you directly sponsor, and FLT equals your frontline trios, and SLT equals your second line trios, and NT naturally your network trios, which are all the trios in your network, regardless of depth. Then I have TO, which is total people in your organization. Your TP1 is your trio pay, or PC1 trio pay, where you get $20 per month. Your TP2 is your PC2 trio pay, where you're earning $10 per month. And then, of course, PP will be monthly path pay, which is based upon the rank. So let's begin with month number one. Everyone who joins Solavei starts off with nobody on their front line, no one on their second line. But your upline is teaching you and training you to go out and find one trio every single month. So that's what you do. You go out and you find one trio. That means you'll have 3 people on your front line, a total organization of 3, a total number of 1 trio in your entire network at the end of the month, meaning that you will now be earning $20 per month. That means you'll really be getting your phone service for $29 per month. Not a lot of money, but folks, it's a start. You're beginning that process. You're planning your money tree. Continue to cultivate it. Continue to let it grow. In month 2, you're going to start the month off with 3 people on your front line. No one on your second line yet, but you're training those 3 people just like you were trained. And all of you go out and you find 1 trio. End of the month, you're going to have 2 front line trios, 3 second line trios. You're going to have 6 people on your front line, 9 people on your second line. You're going to have a total organization of 15 people, and if you divide that by 3, that means you're going to have 5 trios in your entire network. At this point, you'll be earning on your TP1 level $40 a month, on your TP2 level $30 per month, for a total earning of $70 per month. Now, folks, this is enough to cover your cell phone costs and have a little left over. But you want to continue watering your tree. Keep building. When you start this month off, you're starting with 6 people on your front line, 9 on your second line, each one teaching 1. So everybody in your network, being well trained, goes out and finds 1 trio, using the tools to do the heavy lifting. So at the end of the month, you have 3 front line trios, 9 second line trios, 9 people on your front line, 27 people on your second line, a total organization of 84. Look how your organization is growing. You now have 84 people. When you divide that by 3, you have 28 trios in your entire organization. Okay. Your TP1 income is $60 per month. Your TP2 income is $90 per month. And you're earning $150 per month. Now let's move to month number 4. You start this month off with 9 frontline trios, 27 second line trios. Everyone teaches 1 to let the system do the heavy lifting while they focus on getting 3 people or 1 trio every single month. So everybody in your organization goes out and does the same thing. At the end of the month, you have 4 frontline trios, 18 second line trios. That means there's 12 people on your front line, 54 people on your second line. You now have a total organization of 396. Now, this is what we mean by exponential growth. That number keeps jumping bigger and bigger every month. And when you divide 396 by 3, you have 132 trios in your entire organization. Folks, you are now qualified for your first level of path pay. So when you add your TP1 and TP2 together, you're earning $510 per month. Now, this is a mathematical model. You may earn more, you may earn less. It's really going to depend upon you. But folks, you're starting to see a little money coming in at this point. If you build your organization, if you are consistent. So the 5th month starts off. You start off with 12 frontline trios, 54 second line trios. Everyone is taught to do the same thing. Everyone in your entire network goes forth, finds 1 trio. At the end of the month, you have 5 frontline trios, 30 second line trios, 15 people on your front line, 90 on your second line. But now look how big your total organization has grown. 1,788 individuals. And when you divide that by 3, you now have 596 trios in your entire organization. You have now become a thousandaire. You've qualified for that second level. That means you'll be earning a total, when you add your PC1 trio and your PC2 trios, $1,400 per month. Folks, you can begin to jump for joy a little bit, because remember, this is monthly residual income. You don't have to repeat this process again every single month in order to earn $1,400. Once you've done it, folks, you've done it. And if you want to retire with $1,400 per month, you can stop working. One of the things that you have an advantage of with Solavei is that the retention rate is extremely high, because people do not want to let go of their cell phone service, especially when they can get it for free. That's one of the reasons why this company is so phenomenal, folks. But let's move on to month number 6, because I'm going to assume you're not satisfied with just $1,400 a month. In month number 6, we're going to pick the pace up a little bit, because I think you got the process. Everybody goes forth and finds one trio because they're well taught, they're trained to do the same thing. That means at the end of the month, now you're going to have 6 frontline trios, 45 second line trios. Excuse me for taking a breath here, but please take a look at your total organization. You have grown from 1,700 to 7,932 people. This, folks, is the power of leverage. And when you divide that by 3, you now have a total of 2,644 trios in your entire organization. You just jumped to the equity sharing position. You're now getting a monthly payout from Solavei of $2,500 a month residual income, plus your TP1 and your TP2 residual income, meaning you're earning $3,000+ every single month, and you could retire here. You don't have to work anymore. Just maintain your service. And because you've trained your team to do the same thing, your organization is going to continue growing. But I know you're not going to want to stop here, because you only be making like $33,000 a year. And in some states, that's pretty good. But us folks in California, $33,000 is just not going to go very far. So we're going to move on to month number 7, because in month number 7, something really remarkable happens. Now, everyone, we all understand, everyone is teaching one. Everyone is going out and getting their one trio. So at the end of the month, you have 7 frontline trios, 63 second line trios, 21 people in your front line, 189 people in your second line. Your organization, folks, has grown to 35,214 people. And when you divide that by 3, you now have 11,738 trios in your entire organization. We don't even care where they are, as long as they are in your organization. Now, when you first look at these numbers, it's going to look like your income didn't really increase much. But remember, we're following a mathematical model. And even though you look like you're still only making about $33,000, $35,000 a year, something remarkable has happened in the 7th month. From this point on, you have met all path pay requirements for the next 3 ranks. Social networking, which is $5,000 per month residual income, plus social director, which is $10,000 a month residual income, plus, and your social executive, which is $20,000 per month residual income, plus. The only requirement that you haven't met are your PC1 frontline requirements. But think about this. You now have 21 people on your front line. That's your PC1. And to get to the top rank of social executive, which pays $20,000 per month residual income, you need an additional 15 people on your front line for a total of 36. Now, folks, how fast can you do that? I can hear some of my mind working really crazy out there and saying, I can get 15 people in 1 hour if I can get $20,000 per month. But let's be realistic. It might take you a month. It might take you 2 months. It might take you 5 months. It doesn't really matter, folks. What we're trying to illustrate is that when you're teaching people properly, when you have easily duplicatable systems, when you can teach people the power of leverage, folks, your organization is going to build, and it's going to build solid. Because that's what you want. You want an organization that builds solid. So since we're following a mathematical model, we're going to assume that it's going to take 5 months to complete this system. So month 8, we're going to move rapidly through this. You directly sponsor one trio, and everyone in your network does the same thing. You're going to end the month with 8 frontline trios. You're going to have 84 second line trios. We don't even have to talk about your network trios anymore, even though that number is still increasing. You now are going to be at the path pay level of $5,000 per month residual income. When you add that to your TP1 and your TP2 income, you'll be making $6,000 per month. That's $72,000 per year. And once again, folks, this is residual income. You don't have to work again to obtain this like you would if you go to a 9-to-5 job. This is money in your pocket every month, even while you sleep. Month 9 comes around. You know the drill. Everyone teaches one. Everyone gets one. End of the month, 9 frontline trios, 108 second line trios. You don't have to worry about the network trios. Folks, I know this is a mathematical model. You're still making about 70-something thousand dollars per year. But folks, this is money in the bank every year. This is money in the bank every month, even in your sleep. But let's look at month 10. Everybody following the same drill. Everyone teaches one. Everyone goes out, gets one trio each, one trio each. You end of the month. You have 10 frontline trios, 135 second line trios. We don't worry about the network trios anymore, even though they're still growing. End of the month, folks, you'll have $10,000 a month path pay. You'll qualify for 10,000 equity shares. When you combine that with your TP1 income and your TP2 income, folks, you're going to be making over $100,000 per year. That's $11,520,000 per month. And you can retire with that if you so choose. This money comes every single month. You don't have to go back out and reinvent the wheel. You don't have to go back to work being a slave to your job. You've worked real hard to get to where you are now. You're there pretty much for life, folks. Month 11 comes around, you know the drill. Everyone gets one. Everybody goes out and gets their trio. You have 11 frontline trios, 165 second line trios. Folks, at the end of the month, you're still only making $100,000 per month, but we're going to hit month 12. Everybody doing the same thing. Everybody going out and finding one trio. You end the month with 12 frontline trios. You end the month with 198 second line trios. Your networks are still growing, but we just don't need it for this illustration. End of this month, folks, you now have combined income coming in every month of $22,220 per month. That means, folks, you are making $250,000 per year. And remember, you can repeat this process 6 times. So your income is truly unlimited. And we're only talking about your income that comes from a mobile service. We're not talking about income that's going to be coming from the retail division or the income that's going to come when Solavei launches into cable or launches into financial services, folks. You want to build that organization, that network as big as you can, because every time Solavei introduces a new product, your income will just skyrocket and jump up. This is an incredible opportunity, folks, and one which will allow you to earn a ton of money. It begins by planting a simple seed, coming to a webinar like this. Keep planting, keep coming, keep bringing people. Keep watering, keep signing up people, and watch your money tree grow. Now, what you need to do right now, folks, is go to solavei.com/username of the person who invited you to this webinar. And if you have an existing phone and you want to see about bringing it over to Solavei, because you can bring your existing unlocked GSM phone, whether it's an iPhone, a HTC phone, or any type of phone, as long as it is a GSM phone and it is unlocked. You can go to the website, click the button that says mobile service, and they will let you see if that phone is compatible with Solavei. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. What you need to do is go ahead and click the Join Now button. And make sure, excuse me, folks, something got in my throat, and make sure that when you go to solavei.com, you put in the username of the person who invited you on this call. Now, if I invited you, my name is Brian Kinney. So you want to go solavei.com/Brian Kinney, or put in the username of the person who invited you. Once you've done that, they're going to ask for your zip code, and they're going to show you the incredible coverage that you have for your area. Then you're going to have another page that's going to let you make a decision whether or not you want to bring your existing unlocked GSM phone or whether you want to obtain a brand new phone. If you decide to get a brand new phone, it's going to take you to GSM Nation, where you'll have the option of selecting any phone that you so desire. You will also have the option of taking advantage of the Bill Me Later program. If you qualify, you will literally be able to get your phone, okay? You'll be able to get your phone and not pay any interest or any payments for 6 months. Now, I'm going to give you one more location where you can get a phone from Solavei, and that is from www.getaphone.biz. And the reason that I'm showing you this one, because there are some unique situations. For instance, there may be a situation where, quite frankly, the budget is low and your phone doesn't qualify. Well, you can get a phone from here for $29. Or you may be like, I have a friend of mine that owns a business, and she really wants to run this as a business, and she don't really care about the phone service and doesn't want to switch, but she wants to run this business. So she's just buying a phone for $29 so that she can get into the Solavei program. Because for her, this is a business opportunity. She don't really care about saving money on her cell phone. She just want to make the bucks. So everybody is different. You have many options available for you. Getaphone.biz is one of the options. And incidentally, when you go through GSM Nation or Getaphone.biz, the SIM card is already included in the phone. Folks, there's really no excuse. It's time to get on board. Become a social member with Solavei. Get social and share this program. I sincerely believe that if you care about folks, if you care about people, then you want them to know about this opportunity to save money, even if they don't want to use this platform to make money. But you really need to let people know that they can reduce their monthly costs, that they can help their families, in these harsh economic times and have more money in their pocket, even if they don't want to become a marketer, even if they don't want to market this program, folks. That's why this is a win-win situation. Now, once you become a part of Solavei, it's important that you utilize the tools that they're giving you. Remember, Solavei is not just about mobile service. It is a complete social platform. And they are tapping into this. They're one of the first companies to tap into this new realm of social media marketing. They are the how can you say it? They're the leaders. They're the leaders of social media marketing. So use the tools. Even if you're not familiar with social media, it's time to learn. And Solavei will help you, folks, and give you the tools that allow you to easily tap into that market. So take action. Go to solavei.com/username of the person who invited you to this call. Don't procrastinate. May 31st will be here soon. So you need to join right now if you want to take advantage of going on the cruise, on the Royal Caribbean cruise. Now, when they first started this, they were only going to take the first 100 people, but they've opened it up. Anyone that becomes a thousandaire now qualifies to go on this cruise. That means that you can literally join Solavei today and be on this cruise by May 31st. It's not too late. But don't procrastinate, folks. You need to join now. You need to take action. This train is not coming. It's here. It's unstoppable. You might as well get on board. It's not going to cost you anything, but it will save you a ton of money. And if you don't get on board, you're going to look up a few years from now And you're going to say to yourself, if I could have, would have, should have. And you're going to turn around and kick yourself. Because this train, folks, this revolution is here. It's unstoppable. So you might as well get on board. In reality, you are the revolution. We are the revolution. So this concludes our presentation for this evening. I really appreciate each and every single one of you for being on this webinar. We have webinars every Monday at 7 p.m. and every Friday at 8 p.m. And we do training on Mondays at 8 p.m. You're all welcome to attend. Keep planting seeds. Keep coming to the webinars. Keep bringing people to the webinars. We're going to open it up for question and answers at this time. Does anyone have any questions?